What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, bringing you guys two separate teams that have been able to get through the most recent Grand Voyage versus Zoro. So these teams are going to be slightly different from the video that you saw previously on the channel, and the main thing is that it's not as heavily invested as what the previous team was. And while yes, having level 150 is going to make things a whole lot easier for you, the fact that you don't need your own V1 Mihawk at level 150, limit break expanded, these teams are going to be easier for people to get a hold of. Now, the way that these teams work, I mean, specifically this one here, this one you do need quite heavy investments on your Roger and Whitebeard. If you don't have them at least level 3, 4, probably 5, I would highly suggest getting a higher, final tap as possible if you do opt to use this team in particular, because the way that this team is working is we're actually piercing the enemy's defense up on the final stage. We're not even removing it. So due to that, we do need a lot of stats, and that final tap does need to be quite high, because we want to make sure that when they tap last, we have the highest damage possible, and their final tap will further increase your crew's chain multiplier on their tap, meaning that they will do even more damage. But the characters that you are seeing on the team are very similar to the characters that you would have seen in the first video that I did upload. Of course, V1 Mihawk as the friend captain makes things a lot easier, clearing the enemy's defense up on stage 4, along with the strength Akainu support on Fujitora to remove an additional turn of that defense up. And then of course we've got the Shanks for color affinity and a chain boost, Law for the tanking of the death hit, as well as a multi-turn orb boosting effect, which is incredible. And then on the final stage you can use the Captain Mihawk, Halloween Mihawk, who's a great addition to the team as he can just completely resist that paralysis, but he also gives you the attack buff and also gives you the ability to remove 10 turns of Rainbow Shield, which does make things a lot easier. And then remember, you can have the special ability of Roger, which can buff any color affinity boost by 0.5, as well as buffing any attack buff on your crew to a 3 times attack boost instead. And by using Roger and Whitebeard special, it does also remove 20 turns of despair. So just everything works perfectly in this team, but as I said, the investments are pretty important, specifically the final tap of Roger and Whitebeard, and getting all the characters to a high level as possible. Very, very important for this team to have success. Moving on now to the second team that I have for you guys in this video today. I believe Subconti might have been the first person to upload this particular team. I saw it flying around a lot on social media, but this team here utilizes Treasure Map, Film Red, Rev Recruit Zoro, as well as Rev Recruit Ein. The rest of the characters are very similar to the characters you would have seen previous to this. Halloween Law is just incredible for this. I think he pretty much is required for this team to actually work due to the tanking of that death hit. But the main difference here obviously is those two Rev Recruits. Zoro's really cool because on stage 3 we can remove the paralysis, as well as have the ability to get a chain locking effect, which is pretty strong. And then of course Ein. Ein is actually incredible here. The one thing that a lot of people don't realize is Ein has a crewmate ability that can completely resist special bind. So on the final stage, characters in the middle row as well as bottom right and top left get special binded for like 30 turns or whatever it is. So Ein can resist that and then use her special ability multiple times to get rid of enemies Rainbow Shield and Blue Shield. And then we've got the Toadskii support attached to Zoro, which can remove an additional turn of defense up when you hit a perfect with Zoro. And then we do have the support Rare Recruit Ace attached to Roger and Whitebeard, which is able to remove an additional 2 turns of Rainbow Shield and Blue Shield. So we have a lot of supports here that are helping us remove those really annoying defensive effects. And this team actually doesn't need that much investment, because on the final stage we're able to remove all the defensive effects, and then Roger and Whitebeard's final tap just carries really hard. I would say for this team, clearing stage 4 is probably the more difficult thing to do. If you have the damage to clear stage 4, you're gonna have the damage to clear stage 5. It's as simple as that. But definitely having the high level friend captain, level limit break, and limit break expanded Mihawk, and then having, you know, the Shanks and the Law and your Roger and Whitebeard, a decent investment, is going to go a long way. You don't need a lot of investments for Zoro and Ein, but the more the better, of course. It's going to help you out in the long run. And by using Roger and Whitebeard's switchability, it makes these mini boss stages really easy along the way, which is kind of nice. But that is pretty much going to wrap it up from me. Hopefully you guys have really good luck in your Grand Voyage versus Zoro, get those really good rewards, and I guess we're going to be looking forward to the next Grand Voyage in a couple months time, most likely. But hopefully you guys did go on to enjoy this video, and if you guys did, make sure to leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. And that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.